are you there? I have something to tell you. I'm gonna be coming back to Mom and Dad's from tomorrow to have my kid.
Wait, Lara? Is that you? It's been like 5 years since we last talked. And wait, you're coming home to have your kid? You're pregnant?
That's right. I am and I am. You must be quite shocked. But yeah, I'm already 4 months along.
If this is really something, I mean, I don't think I've heard a single word from you ever since you ran away to New York to live with your boyfriend. I didn't even know that the two of you had gotten married.
No, we actually haven't gotten married yet. But we've talked about it, and we're going to do it once my boyfriend slows down and we have the time to. Oh, right. By the way, this boyfriend is totally different.
Wait, wow, that is a lot. I mean, so much has happened to you in the last 5 years. But if you're going to come home to have your kid, you should have said something earlier. We haven't made preparations for you to come here, and you don't even have a room here anymore.
Wait, what? I don't? But why not? What happened to my room? But you all just really think that I would never come home? How could you just get rid of my room without even telling me?
Well, you had been away for 5 full years. And you know how Mom and Dad can be kind of pack rats, right? Well, basically, we just ran out of space and needed to use your room to store all their stuff.
Are you serious? My room is just the junk room now? Well, you better start to clean it up right now because I'll be taking my room back when I get there.
I really just want to tell you to do it yourself, but I guess you're pregnant, so I can't really make you do all of that lifting.
Oh, big sis, how is the cleaning going? Are you done yet? Is my room ready?
Of course it isn't ready. There is a ton of stuff that I still need to find a place for.
I thought I told you to have that room ready for me before I got there. I want to rest in my own room, and you are preventing me from doing that.
Well, that is why I wish that you would have warned me that you were coming home earlier. I understand that you want to come home to have your kid, but you should have told me earlier because there is a ton of cleaning up that I need to do. There is no way that I could have cleaned up this room by the time you messaged me yesterday.
Well, I am getting sick of waiting in the living room for you to be done.
You know, I am getting just a little bit sick of your attitude. I have been busting my buns to get this room ready for you. Mom and Dad didn't even offer to help, so I've been doing all of this myself. Don't you realize that?
Well, this is all your fault for putting stuff into my room in the first place. You shouldn't have done that.
But I only did it because Mom and Dad asked me to because they never throw anything away.
All right, I'm getting sick of your excuses, and the stress you're causing me can't be good for the baby. Just shut up and get back to work.
I would if you would just stop texting me already. It is hard to get any work done when you keep texting me to ask if I'm done or not. Now, if you will excuse me.
May, are you there? I just noticed that the living room hasn't been cleaned at all. Have you been slacking off?
Excuse me? What do you mean?
I mean that the living room is dirty and I want you to clean it. Make sure to vacuum my room while you're at it. I mean, if you don't clean the house frequently, it's only going to get messier.
Lara, I understand that you're pregnant, but that doesn't mean that you can't do anything at all.
What do you mean? What would you have me do?
Have you ever seen your room? It is strewn with your clothes all over the place. You have plates and glasses all over your desk, and you have trash all over your floor. I don't care if you're pregnant. You can do better than this.
Excuse me? Just who do you think you are? You know, this is why you're single and no one loves you.
Are you kidding me right now? Do you think that's even remotely appropriate to say?
You haven't even ever been pregnant. I'm just thinking of this little child growing up inside me. If I get up and move around, then it'll jostle the fetus and bacteria could get in. Who knows what kind of damage that could cause?
You're right. I'll give it to you that I don't know what it's like to be pregnant.
That's right. So you don't know what you're talking about in the slightest. And if you don't know what you're talking about, then I don't want to hear anything from you. Clearly, you know nothing about how bacteria could get into the womb and affect the baby. And someone like you is probably covered in harmful germs.
I don't know why you have to say things like that. I think I keep myself quite clean, thank you very much.
Actually, you know what? I want you to leave.
Leave? What do you mean by that?
I mean that I can't have someone filthy like you hanging around the house anymore. It's not good for the baby. You need to move out right away, or who knows what might happen to my poor child.
I really don't think that's how it works. You are taking all of this way too far right now.
Well, it's not like you contribute anything to the house anyways. I know that you don't even work, right?
Excuse me? Just what makes you say that, huh?
Well, I've been here the past 2 days, and I've noticed that you only ever go out to do the shopping or to take out the trash. You never seem to leave for any kind of job, and besides cleaning the house, you just hole yourself up in your room all day. You're not someone who carries disease, you're the disease itself. Or should I say, parasite to be precise? Someone needs to sanitize the house of you. You're just gonna cause trouble for this kid even after it's born. You'll teach it all kinds of bad habits. You need to just get out of this house and find a job already. So just get!
And what is going to happen to the house then? Who do you think is going to take care of the cleaning if you won't?
What are you talking about? Mom and Dad are still here. I'll just make them do it, of course.
And you really think that they're going to go for that just because you say so?
Of course they are. Besides, I would much rather live with Mom, who actually knows about childbirth, than with the walking tapeworm that is you.
All right, then. You're really sure that you want me to move out, then?
Of course I'm sure. Just get out of here already. Jeez. You know, Dad was talking to me not that long ago and was saying how great he thought it would be if one day I can live together with his father's child. Well, if you leave the house, then we can take your room for the both of us. So thanks for helping me out there.
Okay, then. If this is what you really, really want, I guess I have no choice. I'll pack up my things and try to be out of your hair by tomorrow.
Do you mean it? Oh, this is going to be perfect. I'm so happy. Thanks for not putting up a fight. May, are you there? You said that you were going to be moving out of the house by today. Are you gone yet? Make sure that you take everything with you when you go. I don't want your germ-covered belongings in the house where it might make my kids sick. Got it?
Don't worry. I made sure not to leave a single thing in there. I'm actually just about to head out of the house right now.
Are you serious? You're really about to leave? Yay! The tapeworm is being passed out of the house. This is great!
The feeling is mutual.
Excuse me? You're happy? Why? Why would you be happy about this?
Lara, you finally given me a chance to get out of that house. I'm finally free. Good luck not letting the house fall apart without me.
What are you talking about? What's that supposed to mean? Hey May, I just wanted to let you know that I talked to Mom and Dad and they said it was fine if my boyfriend moved in with us from next month. We're going to be moving into your old room, so you can go ahead and not bother coming back since you won't even have a place to come back to.
Oh, well that's just fine with me. I feel like I can finally go out and start my own life. It feels like a real fresh start for me. I way prefer being on my own than living at home. I just moved into my new place and I still haven't finished unpacking. My stuff is kind of everywhere, but no one is here to tell me how to use my space. This is like a totally new sensation.
Hold on, this isn't right. You shouldn't be happy about this. You should be upset. You're basically thrown out of the house.
Oh, you have no idea just how long I was waiting for a chance to get out of the house.
But why? What's wrong with being there? What didn't you tell me?
Oh, don't worry. You'll find out all on your own soon enough. But if you really want to hear my opinion, I think you're way better off going back to your boyfriend's house than living with Mom and Dad again.
Seriously? What are you talking about? Explain yourself. You need to tell me what's going on. May, you need to get back here and do something about this. I'm serious.
What is it now? What do you want?
The house is filthy. It's an absolute pigsty.
What are you talking about? What is going on at the house?
Well, ever since you left, I haven't seen Mom do any of the cleaning around here at all. And Dad just sits around not doing anything either. My boyfriend has already moved in with us, but when I opened the door to greet him, he said the whole house stank like rotten garbage, turned around, and went back to live at his old place.
Don't tell me that the trash hasn't been taken out for the whole month that I've been gone.
Well, yeah, like I said, neither Mom or Dad have gotten off their lazy butts to do it for me.
So basically, you're telling me that all 3 of the grown adults living in that house are refusing to do even the most basic of chores or housekeeping?
What are you talking about? Don't you try to put this on me. I'm pregnant, remember? None of this is my fault.
Right. Well, what have you all been doing for food? Is anyone even cleaning or vacuuming or doing the dishes or washing the clothes?
Well, about all those.
So since the day that I left the house, not a single thing to keep the place in order that you're all living in has been done at all? The house is just a complete sty?
I guess that sounds right. It was probably not long after you'd left that I noticed dishes started to pile up and garbage gathering in the corner.
I'm actually curious. In the past 5 years since you left the house, have you ever lived in a place that was as filthy as that?
Actually, now that you mention it, no. I think this is the dirtiest place I've ever seen.
So, you finally realized the sad truth about living with Mom and Dad. Basically, someone who isn't them has to do all of the cleaning or else it turns into that. Maybe you remember our grandma who eventually was put into a retirement home? That happened not long after you left. But she was basically the one keeping Mom and Dad in line about keeping the house clean.
Wait a second. I think I get it.
No, I work full-time and I did while living at home too. I just have a teleworking job.
Are you serious? You work from home? I had no idea.
Anyways, just wait. It gets worse.
What do you mean? What is that supposed to mean? Is that some kind of threat or something? May, are you there? What's going on? What is this? Answer me right now. I want answers. I thought that my boyfriend would be coming back to pick me up, but his parents are here and talking about me moving in with them.
Yeah, I figured that something like this might have happened.
What are you talking about? Why is this happening?
Well, I never mentioned this to you before, but I actually know who your boyfriend is. We've met before.
Wait, you do? Really? I didn't know about that.
Well, it's true. He's actually a client of mine, and we just started working together. After we talked some business, we were just making small talk, and he started to talk about you. When I asked about the name of the girl he was talking about, I realized that he was, in fact, talking about you.
Are you serious? This is the first time that I'm hearing about any of this. Why did he wait until now to tell me?
Well, yesterday, I reached out to him and told him that you were living in really unsanitary conditions. We talked about how you living in a place like that couldn't be good for your pregnancy, and that he should probably do something. He said that it seemed like the only option was for you to move in with his family.
And just why wasn't I consulted for any of this, huh? Doesn't my opinion matter when it comes to this stuff? If I'm moving out, then I want to move in with you.
Yeah, that isn't going to happen. There's no way I'm going to let you live with me. You can keep dreaming, though.
But why not? I want to move in with you. Why won't you let me? I mean, we're family, and I'm pregnant. You have to help me.
Well, that's because I'm actually living with my fiance at the moment.
Wait, what did you just say? You have a boyfriend? You have a fiance?
Yep, that is what I said. Anyways, it sounds to me like you need to talk with his family about what is going to happen next for you.
But my boyfriend's mom really scares me. She's really, really intense and strict.
Well, then she sounds like the perfect match for someone as selfish as you.
How could you say that? We're sisters. Why are you treating me like this?
Right. Well, anyways, I've got to go and meet up with my fiance. We have a lot of big talks to have for our future. So, have a nice life.
That isn't fair. Why do you always get to have the good life? What did I do to deserve this? Please, you have to do something.
After that, Lara's move into her soon-to-be parent-in-law's house was decided. It wasn't long after that she was officially married to the father of her child. I was hoping that living with such a strict mother-in-law would have helped Lara learn how to take responsibility for herself. That was 2 years ago, though. The last time I heard from Lara, she told me that she had been kicked out of her husband's house. When I asked her why, she told me it was because she cheated on her husband. She had to leave the kid with him and was left with nothing. I had just about enough out of her and blocked her. Lara had no other choice but to move back in with my parents in their filthy house, where she has to wade her way in and out of a sea of trash. She has also had to find work in order to pay off all of her debts, but is known around the workplace for her smell more than anything.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Gloria, where's this month's payment? I just went to the bank and the transfer hadn't come through yet.
Mom, it's Thursday. I don't get paid until tomorrow.
Oh, you're right. I thought it was Friday. Don't scare me like that, Gloria. I was so nervous. To make up for this, send me $1,500 right now.
Mom, I can't.
How dare you speak to your mother like that? After all the trouble I went through raising you?
I only have $1,000 in my account.
That's all? What did you waste your money on? Fine. I'll take the $1,000, so send it to me immediately.
Mom.
Oh, and you'll still owe me your regular payment of $1,500 tomorrow as well?
That's too much, Mom.
It's your punishment for scaring me just now. Take responsibility for your actions.
How am I supposed to pay my bills?
My lifestyle is more important than your bills. Now go to the bank and send me my money.
I can't do it today, Mom. I'll do the regular $1,500 tomorrow.
Excuse me? Are you refusing a direct order from your mother?
I have to get back to work, Mom. I'll talk to you later.
Don't you dare, Gloria!
Hey, Gloria. You seem kind of down at work today. What's the matter?
Hi, John.
Don't tell me. Is it your mom again?
Yeah. She thought today was my payday and she was angry that I didn't make this month's payment. Then when I told her it was only Thursday, she said I had to send her a $1,000 payment for scaring her in addition to the $1,500 tomorrow.
You didn't pay her, did you?
No way, I told her I couldn't do it.
Well, I'm glad you stood up to her.
Thanks, John.
I'm sorry I didn't talk to you sooner.
No, it's all right. You have your own job to do and all. And it's not like I'm having a fight with my mother, so it is what it is for now.
If you say so. But man, you've been making those payments to her for 8 years now. We don't put a stop to this soon, this is gonna start impacting our future.
I'm sorry for how Mom is. My parents broke up because my mom cheated. so she couldn't get any child support and had to take care of me as a single mother with just a high school education. When she asks me to show her some appreciation for all she went through, I can't really fight back.
You don't need to apologize. But I do think that it's time for us to think about putting an end to it.
I know.
By the way, you haven't told her about getting hired by my company, right? She doesn't know you're moving?
No, I haven't told her anything. You said it would be for the best to keep that information from her, so I never brought it up.
Then she doesn't know about me either, does she?
No, she doesn't know your name or that I even have a boyfriend.
We could use that to our advantage.
How?
Leave it all to me, Gloria. I have a plan I've been working on.
What's your plan?
It depends on what your mom's next move is, so I'll fill you in on the details when the time comes.
Okay, I trust you.
Gloria,
I sent you the $1,500 yesterday, Mom.
what about the other 1,000?
Are you talking about the 1,000 from the other day? I told you, Mom, I can't give that to you. If I can't even pay my rent, how do you expect me to keep sending you $1,500 every month? Do you get that?
Well, I suppose you have a point.
I'm glad you understand. Now, I have some chores to do.
Hold it right there. I found a way to turn the $1,500 a month I'm getting from you into $10,000 a month.
Huh?
And I'll need you to cooperate.
Wait, what? $10,000? There's gotta be a catch. Did you get caught up in some crazy investment scheme? The best case scenario is fraud, Mom. Worst case scenario is you either go deep in debt or get charged with a crime for being involved.
Oh, don't worry, it's nothing like that at all.
Then what in the world is it?
I have great news. I found you a husband.
What?
You can finally get married, Gloria. He's the CEO of an IT firm. He's fabulously wealthy, so I'll have your monthly payments increased to $10,000. He can afford that with no issue.
Mom, what are you talking about? You found a husband for me?
I was surprised too, dear. All of a sudden, a strikingly handsome man came by my house. I'm not sure how he met you or where, but he said he fell in love with you at first sight. I'm not sure what he sees in a girl like you who's only good for a measly $1,500 a month. It's truly baffling to me. But he says that if you marry him, he'll pay me $10,000 a month.
This guy came to your house and offered you $10,000 for me. And you believed him?
He showed me his driver's license and business card and everything checked out. He even signed a contract. So, we need to get ready for the wedding now.
Hold on, Mom. This is all happening way too suddenly. I'm gonna go cool off and contact you later. John? Did you by chance go and see my mom?
I was actually just about to contact you about that. I guess your mom got to you first.
Yeah, just now. Long story short, she found a rich guy who fell in love with me at first sight and said he's gonna pay her $10,000 a month if I marry him. Oh, and also, apparently he signed a contract?
Oh, that. It said, in exchange for receiving Gloria as my wife, Gloria's monthly $1,500 payments will cease in lieu of financial support totaling $10,000.
Huh?
When I talked to your mom, I told her that since she's giving her only daughter to me in marriage, things won't be able to go on the way they are for her. So in exchange for giving me you, I'll give her $10,000 in support to help her adjust to her new lifestyle.
Wait, so you...
It gets better. Can I keep going?
Please do.
All right then. The other day, I went and saw your dad.
My dad?
And after talking to him, I realized your mom had been lying to you.
About what?
Your dad did pay child support, Gloria.
What?
Yep, $1,500 a month. He paid on time every month until you turned 20.
So my mom was lying to me?
I'm sorry to say, but yeah. It looks like she spent all the money that was supposed to go to you on herself.
I can't believe it. I worked all through high school to help pay our bills.
We have enough proof to confront your mom about this. What do you think?
Well, no, it's all right.
You sure?
If there's anything we can do to get my dad's child support payments back, I'd be all in. But if it's just for personal satisfaction, I don't think it'd be worth the trouble. Besides, with this, I can cut her out of my life with no regrets. I think it would be better if I just fade away quietly.
If that's what you want, I'll support you. Okay, so next order of business. I have her marriage paperwork. Can I bring it over to your place now?
Sure, I'll be waiting.
Hello, Gloria. John sent me the $10,000 today. Looks like you ended up agreeing to marry him. That was a wise choice, dear. So your monthly payments to me will be $10,000 a month from now on. It's about time you made yourself useful to me.
But he just told me we could stop sending you money.
What? Of course you can't. Don't be ridiculous. He said he'd send me $10,000 a month.
Did he really?
Oh, that's right. I'm moving out of this tiny little apartment. I'm planning to move into a hotel suite now. Since I'll be getting $10K a month, I won't need to work anymore. So I quit my job too. I can't wait to begin my new life of luxury. It feels so good to be rich. Gloria! Hurry up and wire $10K to my account this instant. Oh, this is terrible. I made an awful mistake. When I called John to tell him this month's payment hadn't come yet, he told me that his contract didn't say $10K per month. He said that in exchange for your hand in marriage, you would cease your monthly payments, and he would provide me with a single $10,000 payment to help me adjust to my new lifestyle. But that's not all. Your father wants his child support payments back. He's even getting a lawyer. Why is this happening to me? This is terrible. I screwed up big time. I spent all of that $10K John gave me last month on room service at the hotel. I thought he was going to send me more every month. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? In any case, Gloria, hurry up and send me the $10,000 as soon as possible. That should be enough for the next few weeks. Do it today, Gloria. Today! Don't keep me waiting. Gloria, why didn't you send me my money yesterday? I had to check out of the hotel. So I planned to move into your apartment and live with you, but when I got there, some strange woman I'd never met was living there. I called your company to see if they knew where I could find you. They said that you'd resigned more than 6 months ago. Where did you move to? Where are you working now? Gloria? Answer me! I am your mother, Gloria! Gloria!
My mom went berserk when she realized what happened. I was worried at first that my mom might try to storm into John's company, but John said that the business card he gave her was for a shell company he set up for the purposes of tricking her. She tried to go to her old company and get them to hire her back, but they'd already hired a new person for her position, and they were pretty upset at the way she had quit suddenly with no advance notice, so they probably wouldn't have taken her back anyway. She tried calling me a bunch of times to demand money from me, but John eventually got tired of it and told her to never call again. And if she ever did, he'd call the police and have her charged with harassment. That was probably convincing enough, but just to be safe, I'm changing my phone number as soon as possible.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
are you there? I think you probably already know what this is about, but when are you going to give me grandchildren?
Oh, hello, Francine. It's nice to hear from you, too. I hope that you've been doing well. I also hope that we were past the point where you always greet me with the same question, but...
So basically you're saying that you're still not pregnant. I can't guarantee things will go well for you in this family if you don't hurry up. So tell me, when do you think you'll finally get pregnant?
Well, it's really a matter that's just up to me, you know? I mean, babies are made with two people, so it's not like I can just will myself to become pregnant. And after that, there's the problem of timing it correctly around other life decisions. Basically, I don't think this is really something you can plan out or make an exact schedule for. I was hoping that as a woman that has given birth before, that you would be a little more sympathetic to my situation.
You would be right if you were talking about giving birth back in my day, but things are different now. I mean, surely science and medicine have advanced enough to the point where you can measure out exactly when you'll have one.
To be honest, I don't think either of us are really qualified to be making those kinds of statements with any kind of real certainty. After all, neither of us are doctors or even in the medical field.
Okay then, if that's how you are going to be, then why don't you just go to a hospital, have a doctor examine you, and let them decide when would be best for you?
Well, I guess I could do that, but I would want Sam there with me if I did.
What? What does my son have to do with you getting pregnant? That doesn't make any sense.
Well, I'm just one person, right? But it takes two people to make a baby, so if I did see a doctor about when we could have one, I would want to go together as a couple.
Oh my gosh, sometimes I just really cannot believe you. You know that? Why are you always trying to take my poor Sam down?
Sorry? I don't think I quite understand what you mean by that. I only want the best for him.
Well, if you put even a second of thought more into this idea of yours, you might understand. Do you know how embarrassing it would be for Sam as a man to go to the maternity clinic? He would be a laughingstock. Everyone would think he's a freak. How can you say you want the best for him when you want to make him degrade himself like that?
I'm sorry. I really don't know what I could even say to respond to that. I guess we just really don't see eye to eye on some matters, but that isn't any different than usual.
I knew it. Be honest with me. You can't have kids, can you?
Are you asking me if I have some sort of condition? Well, like we've established here, I haven't even been to a doctor to seriously look into the possibilities of having a kid, so I really couldn't tell you.
Well then, that is all the more reason to go to the doctors and have them look at you, isn't it? You never know. They might find something, and then you might have to undergo some kind of fertility treatment. Better to catch that sooner than later, I would think.
That's fine, but in any case, I still would want to go to the doctor together with Sam.
I thought I already told you that that plan was no good. He doesn't belong there. Why do you keep insisting on trying to drag him there?
Well, like I said, it takes two people to make a baby. What if the problem isn't with me, but with Sam? I'm just thinking that if we're going to go to the doctor, then we might as well cover our bases and make sure we're both able to have kids.
Are you trying to insult my poor baby? Do you even hear what you are saying about him?
I'm not trying to imply anything about anyone. I'm just saying that medically speaking, neither of us have any confirmation that we can even have kids.
Very sorry, dear, but you have just overstepped several boundaries that you should not have. I am afraid that I will have to talk about this in private with the family.
And I'm assuming that your son's wife is not part of said family, correct?
Well, of course. What do you have to do with this? Maybe you should just keep your nose in your own business and stay in your own lane when your mother-in-law tells you to,
I see. Is that what I should do?
Claire, are you there? We need to talk. I've discussed matters with the family, and we have come to a conclusion together. I would like to share it with you so we can talk about the next steps to take. To begin with, we have all decided that it would be best if you divorce Sam.
Excuse me? Why would I do that?
Because we all decided together that it would be best. It was one of the things that we all unanimously agreed on, so there is no getting out of it. We all agree that this family doesn't need a woman in it if she can't give the family any offspring. That is why I am asking you to start the divorce process with Sam right away.
Oh, okay. Wow. So it's all been decided already, huh? I feel like I need to ask, is Sam going to be coming home at all tonight then?
Are you crazy? Read what I just sent you. You two are about to get divorced. Of course he isn't going to be coming home to you. But that doesn't really matter for you. The house is under Sam's name anyways, so we also ask that you please leave from there right away and not put up a fight.
Oh, so you were planning to kick me out of the house too. I see. If that's the case, then you can tell Sam it's fine if he goes home.
Just why would I tell him something like that while you are still there?
Well, because I've already moved out of the house and gone to live with my parents.
Oh, really? Have you now?
Yes, and don't worry, I've already filled out my share of the divorce papers and left them at the house. Please tell Sam to send them to my parents after he signs where he needs to. Then, once I send those off to be officiated, the two of us will be legally divorced.
Oh, well, I suppose I must thank you for making this much easier than I thought it would be. I'm glad you finally started to see some reason.
As for splitting up our things, since we were only married for about half a year, I think most of our accounts and belongings are still pretty personal and not shared. I don't think there'll be any huge need to divide up our property, but if anything comes up, feel free to contact me about it. Okay, I'll be taking my leave now. Please hurry and send the signed divorce papers so this can end quickly.
Claire, I am messaging to let you know that I sent ahead those signed papers the day after we talked, but I haven't heard anything since. Is everything on track for the divorce? Unless, just as I thought, you didn't really want to get divorced, and so you use this as a distraction while you can run away.
Oh, Francine! I was just thinking of messaging you. Your timing is impeccable. And if you must know, your little accusation could not be further from the truth. What had happened was that the address you wrote on the envelope was wrong. It took some time, but I just received the package in the mail today.
What? The address was wrong. Are you sure?
And not that long ago, I finished up with the paperwork and sent it all off to be processed.
You did? Wow, that was really fast.
Thank you. I actually was thinking about messaging you because I just got back home from dropping off those papers. As of now, we have nothing left holding us together. You and I are just two random people living in society with no reason ever to contact each other again.
Oh, really? Well,
Thanks for the last 6 months. I'd say it's been fun, but anyways, see you.
That's right. You're no one to me now. You and I and our families are severed. Now my little Sam is single again. But I'm not worried. I know he'll find a nice wife before he knows it. And this time, I will make sure to do a proper examination of the girl and ensure she is the right girl for my Sam. And that she can actually give us grandchildren. So many things to do now. I'll be so busy from here on out. Hello, Claire. It has been a while, hasn't it? Actually, I think it's already been something like 3 years? Isn't that incredible? You know, this isn't the first time that I tried to reach out to you, but I think that you must have blocked my number. Recently, I had Sam help me buy a new phone and get a new number, so I assume these messages are getting through now.
Oh, wow, sorry, but when you say Sam, is this Francine?
Yes! Was that not obvious from the messages I just sent? You should have been able to put that together.
It's nice to hear from you too. Anyways, is there something you need from me, Francine?
Ah, that's That's rich. You get a message from me and you dare to pretend like you don't know what this is about?
No, I don't know what this is about. Why else would I ask unless I didn't know? But if I'm being honest, I really just want you to spit out whatever you need from me so that we can hurry up and get through this faster.
Claire, there is no need to play dumb with me. I know the truth already. Stop with these games right now.
Look, I have a lot going on in my life, and if there's anyone without time to play games, it's me. So can you please just tell me what this is about?
How could you, Claire? How could you try to hide something so huge from me? Did you really think I would never find out?
Excuse me? You think I've been hiding something from you? While you haven't even been in my life the past 3 years?
I told you that I wasn't interested in playing your games, Claire. Don't play dumb. I have so many witnesses who have caught you red-handed. There is no point in lying anymore. Just admit the truth so we can have a conversation like real adults.
Francine, you need to read what I'm writing to you right now, okay? I do not have a single clue what the heck you're talking about. Do you understand me? And if you're just going to talk around the topic at hand, then the conversation can't go anywhere because you aren't telling what it is you want to talk about.
I have a friend who lives in your neighborhood. I've asked her to stake out your house for me before. She's seen you and Sam going in and out of your house together. She knows you two are still together.
What are you talking about?
But it is okay. I will forgive your lying and playing dumb. I have decided that I am ready to re-welcome you to my family. That is why I'm messaging you now.
You're what? What are you talking about right now? You think Sam and I are still together?
Of course you are. And I know that you have had a kid since. So, you bring Sam and my grandchild back to me right now.
Your grandchild? And just who do you think that might be?
Don't you lie to me. I know that you had a child, and I know you did it with Sam. That's my grandson. I'm his grandmother, and I have a right to meet him.
But I haven't even had any kids. I really, honestly don't know what you're talking about.
Don't try and hide it anymore. I am telling you that I know the truth. I even asked my friend to take photos of you two together. You can't deny the evidence.
You sent someone to spy on and take photos of me?
It doesn't matter anymore. I've almost arrived to your house to take you back. Pack your essentials and get ready to leave right away.
You're what? What is going on here?
What is this? Claire! You should have told me that you live in such a lovely home. I never knew. You even have a lovely yard for the boy to run around in. Why, this place looks just marvelous to raise a family. Actually, maybe I shouldn't be taking you home at all. This house looks huge. I'm sure you have plenty of extra room. I'm sure it would be more than simple for Sam and I to move in here instead. Claire, are you going to answer the door? Don't keep me waiting.
Wow, you really did have my address. I really didn't want to believe you. Francine, the doorbell is really loud and can bother the neighbors. Can you please stop ringing it?
If you want me to stop, then you better get down here right now and answer this door. You should know better than to leave your husband and mother-in-law waiting outside here.
Francine, this isn't my house that we're at right now.
Oh, it's not your house? Is that so?
I assume that if you're ringing the bell, you already passed by the mailbox with the family's name written on it, right?
The mailbox? I didn't check it at all, but... Oh, that's curious. I don't think I've heard of this family before, and it's certainly not your maiden name.
Anyways, Francine, you're trespassing on this house without any permission from the actual owners to be here. I think that about a block down on the right side of the street, there should be a cafe. It's a red brick building. I think it would be quite hard to miss. Can you please go and wait there? I'll go and meet you in a couple of minutes.
I don't know what kind of nonsense you are trying to pull here, but if this really is someone else's house, then I'll go to that cafe instead. And make sure to bring my grandson when you come here, or else you'll regret it. Do you hear me? Claire, what is the meaning of this? You better explain yourself to me right this instant. Who is this guy you sent to come speak for you? You know, this whole time he was talking like you two were together or something like that. Whoever this guy is, he clearly has the wrong idea and you need to set him straight. I've never met such a rude man. Did you know he is even calling himself your husband?
Yes, that is correct. I married that man 2 years ago.
What did you just say to me? Are you being serious? You mean, are you trying to tell me that you are raising my grandchild together with this random man? What is wrong with you, woman?
No. Think about it, Francine. My son is not your grandson.
No, you're wrong, Claire. I've done the math in my head and it adds up. Just by looking at him, I can tell that you probably got pregnant with this kid around the time that you submitted your divorce papers.
Be that as it may, this kid is in no way related to you.
How? That doesn't make any sense. Explain yourself right now. Unless... Don't tell me you cheated on Sam?
I'm pretty sure that the kid you saw was my husband's son from his previous marriage.
What? He had a kid from a previous marriage?
That's right. When I married that man, he was a single father.
And you still married him? What were you thinking? Okay then, well, if that kid is his, then where is my grandchild?
Still not really understanding what's going on here, huh?
Quit hiding him from me and let me meet him right now. It isn't right what you're doing to us.
Lady, look, I've told you, I don't know how many times yet. I have not had any kids of my own yet. I have nothing I could hide from you, even if I wanted to. Do you understand me?
I'm sick of talking to you like this. If you're so sure about all of this, then why don't you come here and face me yourself? Or did you really just think you could drag Sam and I around and drop us off wherever you wanted as long as it was out of your hair? If you think we are going to leave without even seeing you once, then you are sorely mistaken. Come here right now.
Well, I'm sorry you feel that way, Francine. But after all, you were the one who came here uninvited. Anyways, there's no way I'm going down there to meet you.
So, you're just going to run away again? You coward.
No, I'm not running, but I'm doing what I think is best for the kid I have inside of me right now.
What did you just say?
We just found out, so there'll be many more exams, but we're hoping that the fetus is growing and healthy, and I want it to stay that way, which is why I'm going to do my best to keep it out of harm's way. And that especially includes meeting you in person.
You mean, that means that you can get pregnant?
Isn't that the whole reason that you reached out to me in the first place? Because you'd heard I'd already had a kid of my own?
Well, yes, but I just came here so that I could confirm for myself whether or not what my friend told me was true. If it wasn't, then I was completely ready to go back to thinking you were just a barren old shrew.
Okay, well, that was really rude. Can you two please just go home now? We're already divorced. We have nothing holding us together. No need to be in each other's lives anymore. I thought we had already established this. It shouldn't be news.
But this changes things now. If you can get pregnant, then that means you really could have another chance with my Sam. It's not too late.
You think I even want another chance with Sam? Like some kind of betting game where the stakes are my whole life or something?
What's the matter? Come now, don't be so dramatic. And besides, just what is wrong with getting back together with my little Sammy anyways?
Everything. I mean, isn't it just like you said? It was the same when we talked about the divorce. Did he ever push back on what you said? It's already been 3 years since we were together, but I still remember. There was one day that we were together, and at the dinner table you just kept hurling abuse at him. And he just sat there saying nothing and looking down at the table like a little boy being scolded.
And just what is wrong with that? A boy should listen to his mother. I don't see any issue there.
Oh my goodness, do you really need me to spell it out for you?
What are you talking about? Just spit it out.
I'm saying I don't want to marry a man with an Oedipus complex.
What? You think that my son thinks of me like that? You're sick.
And if you think that I'm going to go back to living with a husband who wants to sleep with his mother while she bullies me mercilessly, well, then you are just delusional. I will never go back to that. Never.
You think he has a complex?
Yes, that's what I just said. Your son is a little weirdo in love with his even stranger mother.
What did you just say to me?
It doesn't matter. In any case, you're lucky because my husband reminded me that I'm pregnant and shouldn't be getting this mad for the sake of the baby. So I'll be ending this conversation now.
Wait right there! You have to remarry Sam. He's got no one else. And besides, what am I supposed to do? I've already gone around to all my neighbors to tell them about you having my grandson and that you and Sam were going to get remarried. Do you know how embarrassing it will be for me to go around and tell them all that that wasn't true? Just imagine it. You wouldn't want me to go through that. Please, everything will be okay if you just marry Sam again. I need this. Claire, are you listening to me? I'm being honest right now. This isn't a game.
After that, Francine and Sam tried showing up at the house again and refused to leave. Finally, my husband got so mad that we went outside and told them that if they didn't leave, he would call the police. Well, at the same moment, they got scared and they hightailed it out of there. Later, I heard from another person in the neighborhood that there was a strange lady going around and stopping young women saying, "Would you mind if I checked to see if you could carry my precious son's child?" Needless to say, the police were called before long. Maybe Sam did end up going to get examined to see if he could have kids. I wonder if they had bad news for him. I shouldn't be making assumptions, but after all this happened, I heard that Sam suddenly had a huge change of character. He left his house and his clingy, controlling mother. Apparently, he did not leave quietly, though, and many people saw him shouting that he didn't like his mom in that way and stormed out. As for Francine, now she lives a sad life all alone in her home.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.